Australia is such a massive country. It's so diverse in natural landscape and environment. It's also diverse with Indigenous culture. There are still 250 language groups around Australia, each having their own language, their own law and their own way of life. So to truly experience Australia, you should experience with the Indigenous Guide so you get a true understanding of the country that you're in. My name is Juan Walker. I'm a Googieyalanji man from far north Queensland. My country, Googieyalanji country, extends from just south of Port Douglas, north through to Cooktown. From the rain cloud covered mountains to the amazing freshwater rivers, the oldest lowland tropical rainforest in the world, patches of gum and open woodlands, the crocodile inhabited saltwater rivers and estuaries, amazing local beaches and mangrove forests, to the World Heritage listed Great Barrier Reef. Our people have used the natural resources here for tens of thousands of years, for food, for medicine, for shelter, but also for religion. Their lives were peaceful, only taking what they needed and sharing with others if they had more than they could take, as they had it all. Good food, clean water, connection to something greater than themselves, and most importantly, family. I grew up here. I learned all of this from family. My grandparents, uncles, aunties, father, cousins, all had a big influence in everything I know. They all grew up in different times. We call it the transition, living off the land but having to assimilate into the modern world. They were very clever. They conformed to the laws and rules that govern their lives. All the while, they still managed to practice culture and maintain identity through those times. This is why they teach us about the land, so we remember who we are and where we come from. To us, country is family, culture and identity. From the trees of the forest, the rocks of the riverbeds, and the reefs of the sea, they were all formed by our ancestors who continue to live in land, water and sky. It is filled with connections of human, wildlife, plants, all speaking language and following law. Country is loved for, and country loves and cares for a people in turn. Country is self. When people come on tour with us, we want to teach them the basics, how to look at this country through our eyes, so they get a better understanding and a connection to this beautiful region. Through tourism, I teach others about how the Googieyalanji people connect to nature and look at it in a different way, to create and appreciate and understand. It is also an opportunity to create a living while sharing with visitors my experiences and knowledge about nature and how they too can find connection with their natural environment. But what we try to teach is that we all come from nature. People everywhere are trying to reconnect. Our aim is to try and change their perception of nature, its beauty, and of course its dangers. But without it, we lose everything. All of our visitors that come on tour are amazed at just how much knowledge Aboriginal people still have about their land and the natural environment. One of my uncles had a famous saying: when most people come to the rainforest, all they see is a complex wall of green. But to Googieyalanji people and rainforest Aboriginals, it's everything. A medicine chest, a tool shed, a hardware store, a supermarket and a church, all in one. When you experience Australia with an Indigenous guide, you get a much closer connection to nature. You get an understanding that we're all part of the natural world. You realise that we are all connected to country. And today I'm able to share this with visitors from all over the world. And my name is Juan Walker. This is my country. Welcome to Googieyalanji country.